What's up guys, Spin Firearms here, and today I got a great video for you comparing two of my favorite micro carry firearms. The Mossberg MC2SC equipped with the Hellcat Pro and my Springfield Armory Hellcat equipped with a Ruger Ready Dot. The reason why I'll let you guys know what the optics those are is people always ask. But before we get started, hit the like button, drop a comment down below, subscribe, tell me your thoughts on these two firearms. Tell me what you carry today, what kind of holster, what kind of defensive ammo. Let's get into it. Springfield Armory Hellcat. Originally it comes with the 11 round flush mag and the 13 round mag. But nowadays you can get them in packages where they come with 5 15 round mags. You can get them in all sorts of combinations. The gear up package is about $515. You get 5 mags and a range bag. So that's an amazing deal. Now, this right here, as you can see, I've added some stuff to it, which we'll get into. But as far as the review is concerned, I'm reviewing the original stock Hellcat versus the original Mossberg that's stock as well. So what comes right out of the box is these awesome U-notch rear sights with that tritium yellow front sight. Great sights right out of the box, absolutely love them. Love them on my Hellcat Pro as well. Just great overall sights. Now my Hellcat is number 2 in my carry rotation and has been for a while now. It's just a solid firearm that I can trust my life with. Now you get some forward serrations, rear serrations, not slippery at all, work really well. As you can tell, that finish is really nice. It scratches, it shows some scratch, it shows a little bit of beading, holster time, but all carry firearms will, so that's not a big deal, just adds a little character to it. Also, you can get an awesome light option for this. I run the Streamlight TLR7A for the Hellcat. On my other Hellcat, that is my night setup. As far as grips go, it has really good texturing. This is the texturing that comes on the original Hellcat. I just added the grips for a little more texturing. Also, because it has the little Hellcat logo. These all handle it Edge Series grips. They're awesome grips. Feel really good in the hand, plus you can get it with the Hellcat logo, which is pretty cool. Has these awesome memory pads right here that go really deep into the frame, so you can help fight some of that recoil, because being a Micro 9 that's very light, it's a bit snappy, and then also to remind you to keep your finger off the trigger, which is great. Now when it comes down to it, the Hellcat is a little bit snappy, but it's reliable, and that is why I love this thing. Yes, does it take some time getting used to? Yes, when you're shooting it, it does take some time. But I'll go ahead and show you the trigger on both of these firearms. So this has an aftermarket trigger, obviously, and they're all clear. Very crisp, very clean, a little bit of over travel, but this trigger definitely helps the Hellcat out a little bit. I'll show you what the stock trigger normally looks like on my Hellcat Pro. Clear as well. Very crisp, but a little bit more over travel, not as clean, and a little bit longer of a reset. Now we'll get into the Mossberg, which is also clear and safety checked. I mean, a very nice trigger on the Mossberg. Very crisp, very clean. So, a good overall trigger on both of these two firearms for everyday carry. You can definitely get yourself out of a fight with them. Now, I did add the takedown lever. Nothing wrong with the original takedown lever. I did add a mag release. Nothing wrong with it. I did add a back plate. Once again, nothing wrong with it. I just did it to spruce it up a little bit. But I will say that that Tyrant CNC trigger is amazing for the Hellcat. It is a great overall trigger. It comes with 11, 13, 15 round mags, but you can also use the 17 round mags for the Hellcat Pro. And what you do is you take this sleeve off your 15 round mags, throw it on the 17 round mag, and you will now have 17 plus 1 with no gaps or pinching out of a 3-inch Hellcat. Another fun fact about the Hellcat is that this has the most capacity out of any firearm for 9mm for its size. It even has better capacity than the P365. The P365 is 10 plus 1, the Hellcat's 11 plus 1 in the same size setup. Now, I do like the grip better than the P365. The overall frame feels better in the hand. There's a little bit more, to have, your hand on, a little bit more to purchase with, and it feels really good. And another thing I love about Springfield Armory is their mags. Their mags are just top-notch quality. Amazing quality. I've never had any problems with any of my XDs, XDSs, XDMs, anything like that. The Mossberg MC2SC, 14 plus 1 in this setup, whereas the Hellcat's 15 plus 1, as you can see right there. A 3.3 inch barrel versus a 3-inch barrel, and this right here is basically the size of a Glock 43X. Now, I do like the overall grip and texturing on the Mossberg better than the frame of the Springfield Armory Hellcat. I just like it better. As far as recoil, the Mossberg has better recoil. As far as shootability, I shoot them about the same. I do love this huge trigger guard though for getting a gloved finger in there to pull the trigger. Also, you do have a rail, but I do feel like your light options are going to be better for the Hellcat. Also, you're going to have a much harder time finding a good holster for the Mossberg with a light on it than you will with the Hellcat with the Streamlight on it. It just is what it is. The Hellcat's a bit more popular. The Mossberg does not come with night sights right out of the box, just 3-dot white sights with a U-notch rear, similar to the Hellcat. The Hellcat takedown is so easy. Literally lock the slide back, flip this up, pull the trigger, and that slide comes off. The Mossberg is sort of a pain in the butt. You gotta lock it back, press on the back plate, remove the back plate, and take the striker out. If you know about the striker on firearms, you want as little oil, lubricant, or anything like that on your striker. It'll cause issues. It'll cause buildup, and it'll cause light primer strikes and stuff like that. So I am not a big fan of the takedown of the Mossberg, but it is innovative. It has memory pads similar to the Hellcat that are very nice, great serrations, has a good finish, but the Hellcat finish is better. I will say that 100%. Like I said, good trigger, good ergonomics, 14+1, that's great capacity, or it's going to be 11+1, just like the Hellcat with the flush mag. So, very similar in capacity and so on. There is just more to hold on to with the Mossberg when it comes to gripping it. It's just got a bigger overall footprint, but it is more shootable. Here are the two firearms side by side. Like I said, two great firearms, both in similar price range. Mossberg's about $420, whereas the Hellcat's about $515, somewhere in there. I do think the Hellcat is a better overall deal, but I would have no problem carrying the Mossberg the rest of my life. I really like the Mossberg. And if you know me, I had the Mossberg MC1SC. I actually sold it to get the Mossberg MC2SC, but when I got my first MC2SC, it was having major reliability issues, all light primer strikes. Even with a new striker assembly, still having the same issue. So I got rid of it, and I went back and got this one, and so far it's ran flawlessly. So I don't know if they fixed their issues or if I just got a lemon, but it is what it is. This model was cheaper because it had this weird crossbolt safety on it. I think I got it the slide rack, but it has this weird crossbolt safety. So if you want a safety, you're just going to really have to train and adapt to this weird safety. But I don't use it, and if you don't use it, there's no way you're going to accidentally press it down, as it is tucked away in this little section right here. So there's no way you're going to accidentally bump it and fully engage it. It's actually pretty stiff as well. But overall, like I said, it works, it functions, and it doesn't get in my way, and I got the pistol for cheaper because of it. So a good overall pistol. Nothing wrong to say, nothing wrong about it. Everything is pretty nice. So between these two, like I said, I go with the Hellcat. I just have so many more rounds through it. My Hellcats have just proven so reliable, whereas my Mossberg, we're still in a bit of a testing phase, even though we're getting close to that 1,000 round mark. So Mossberg MC2SC, great pistol. Both of them are awesome. No complaints about either of them. Flip a coin if you're questioning between the two. Thanks for watching.